Live from WTVO Rockford and your home team. Eyewitness News at 5 starts now.
Rockford police released more information on a fatal Wednesday night shooting as the search for the gunman continues.
We're about 2 hours from the first Illinois governor debate. We preview the event and some of the topics expected to be covered.
And picking a profession. Some State Line students learn more about what they may want to be when they grow up. Good evening, I'm Mimi Murphy.
And I'm Eric Wilson. Investigators released the name of the man shot to death last night in Rockford.
We first told you about this at 9 Wednesday. Around 6:30, police were called to the area of 11th Street and 6th Avenue to reports of a crash and possible shooting. Police found 31-year-old Cleonta Day suffering from a gunshot wound about a block away. He was taken to the hospital but later died. After an investigation, police learned the victim was shot while in his car on 12th Street. That vehicle then ended up in Keith Creek. No word on any suspects. If you know anything about this shooting, call Rockford Police or Crime Stoppers.
Two more State Line state's attorneys sue over the upcoming Safety Act. Both Boone and Winnebago County's top prosecutors filed suit this week. Jay Hanley in Winnebago County says eliminating cash bail severely limits judges' abilities to detain defendants after an arrest. In its current form, Hanley believes the Safety Act is unconstitutional. He says he doesn't want to eliminate the law completely. Instead, he wants to collaborate with state lawmakers to rework it.
Despite the filing of this litigation, and I can't emphasize this enough, I, along with many state's attorneys throughout Illinois, remain committed to working with legislators to make necessary changes to the law. These changes should include, at a minimum, the elimination of the detention net. Eliminating the detention net would allow judges the discretion to detain an individual charged with any crime based upon, one, their risk to the public, and two, their potential interference with the administration of justice.
Hanley expects numerous county lawsuits will be consolidated into one, so a court ruling would be applicable to each county simultaneously. Last week, the Winnebago County Board voted to officially oppose the act. Tonight's big night determining the outcome of the upcoming November midterms. Illinois
Governor J.B. Pritzker and State Senator Darren Bailey will share the stage for the first of two debates. Eyewitness News is your local election headquarters. The debate comes with early voting already underway in Illinois. The political rivalry between the two can be traced back to the beginning of the pandemic. With 1 month to go until Election Day, the two will square off for the first time in a debate.
You can't clear a field of weeds if you don't pull them out by the roots, friends. And the only way to fix Illinois is to fire J.B. Pritzker.
They'll say anything, do anything, destroy anything to get elected. You see, the Donald Trumps and the Darren Baileys of this world want us to feel alone in the struggles that we're all facing together.
Tonight's debate will pin down these candidates on some key issues for voters. The economy, crime, and reproductive rights will all be on the docket. And you can see that debate over on Fox 39. The 1-hour event begins at 7. It will be held at Illinois State University. WGN's Tamon Bradley and Jennifer Roscoe from our sister station in Champaign will moderate. You can watch on air or online at mystateline.com.
A Boone County Health Department program is saved thanks to a Department of Justice grant. Department administrators made that announcement today. The money will go towards Boone County's Comprehensive Opioid Abuse Reduction, or CORE, program. It was created in 2019. Money for the program was set to run out at the end of this year. CORE identifies and connects users and their families with recovery support services. Help also extends into the county jail. Inmates can get treatment for substance use.
The CORE program is actually a 5-member team that helps individuals that come in contact with the criminal justice system and helps them connect to recovery support services in the community.
The program also distributes the opioid reversing drug Narcan. We'll have more on this story tonight at 9 and 10. A former Rockford doctor is closer to opening up an abortion clinic in the city. It would be the only public clinic in the area.
Our Nicole Delgado talked to people on both sides of the issue. Nicole, what did they tell you?
Eric, Mimi, I reported earlier this year that Dr. Dennis Christensen planned to open 2 abortion clinics in the city. After 10 years after the first clinic was closed. One is in a commercial building on Maury Drive. The other is on a busy Auburn Street in a residential area between Riverside River and North Main. Some believe this is needed since the right of abortions is now decided by the state. While they are legal in Illinois, it's not the case for other states, including Wisconsin and Indiana.
It's all about health, and I wish people would understand that, because without safe legal abortion, women die, and they will still continue to find out a way to get abortions when they're desperate.
We want to stand up for the unborn, that they deserve to live, but stand up for the women too.
President for the Winnebago County Citizens for Choice, Barbara Giolletto, says volunteers have been preparing for opening day, specifically on how to interact with protesters. But some neighbors tell me they shouldn't be opening one in their neighborhood.
We have been doing escort training. We have escorts who will wear identifying vests so that the patients know who they are, and we'll just walk them in.
And I know people that are pro-choice that aren't happy about that building being there and being used for those purposes.
There is a pro-rally in downtown Rockford planned for Saturday, and on Monday, a pro-life advocates have a rally planned outside the proposed Auburn Street Clinic. Eric, Mimi?
Thanks, Nicole.
State line students get the chance to see what some popular professions look like.
Winnebago District 8th through 12th graders took part. More than 30 professionals were on hand to answer questions, including a doctor, nurse, engineer, firefighter, and lawyer. Students were assigned to 4 30-minute sessions. They got to pick which professions to zero in on. An organizer says students saw it as more than just a day off.
I had a teacher ask earlier if the kids were excited because they weren't in class, or they were excited that they got to see people in the actual job, in the field, that they're interested in going into.
This was the first Winnebago Career Fair. District administrators hope to make it an annual event.
Another busload of migrants were dropped off near Vice President Kamala Harris's D.C. residence.
Coming up, Texas Governor Greg Abbott explains what it will take for him to stop sending buses.
And the state line can expect to pay a lot more to heat their homes this winter. Coming up at 6, how much you can expect to shell out in the next couple of months.
And our temperatures made it into the 70s for a lot of us before the cold front came through later on into the afternoon. We're in store for a little bit of a cooler weekend, at least early on, but some improvements are on the way next week. All the details coming up in just a few minutes.
You're watching Eyewitness News, your home team, with Eric Wilson, Mimi Murphy, Scott Leber, and meteorologist Jordan Wolf.
More than 50 migrants were dropped off in Washington, D.C. this morning. This is the second bus of migrants sent to the city this week.
It's part of Texas Governor Greg Abbott's plan to call attention to what he says are President Biden's failed border policies. Anna Wernicke reports members of the Biden administration say they have a plan.
Early Thursday morning, another busload of migrants were dropped off outside Vice President Kamala Harris's home.
It's a bad situation all around.
Volunteers greeted the migrants, who were mostly from Venezuela, and loaded them onto another bus to shelter.
Literally arriving at 6 a.m. in the morning and leaving them on the sidewalk with no food, no water.
Domingo Garcia, the president of the League of United Latin American Citizens, called Texas Governor Greg Abbott's migrant bus plan sadistic and cruel.
They don't deserve to be used as political props and be dropped off in the middle of nowhere.
Governor Abbott says he will keep sending buses of migrants until President Biden secures the southern border. At a conference in Peru, Secretary of State Antony Blinken announced new steps the Biden administration is taking to slow migration from countries like Venezuela.
The United States is providing more than $240 million in new humanitarian and bilateral and regional assistance to help meet the needs of refugees and migrants throughout our hemisphere, including through providing health services, shelter, education, and legal assistance.
But Republican senators say that's not enough to stop the growing number of migrants arriving at the southern border right now. In a letter to DHS Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas, Senators Ted Cruz and Lindsey Graham demanded a full report from the administration on their plan to, quote, achieve operational control of the southern border. In Washington, I'm Anna Warnicki.
From 70s to 50s in a day, it definitely will feel more like fall.
When we come back, Jordan's keeping an eye on potentially freezing temps for the weekend. We'll break it all down next.
Now, your first warn weather forecast from meteorologist Jordan Wolf.
Cold front earlier today brought our temperatures down pretty quickly. We made it into the 70s, at least early on here this afternoon, but now we're seeing those temperatures that have dropped back even into the low 60s and upper 50s for a lot of us. This is much cooler than what we saw yesterday, even much cooler than we were just a few hours ago. Some of these numbers could be applied not only 24 hours ago, but also to just a few hours ago, as our temperatures have quickly fallen here late into the afternoon. We also had a couple of showers and a line of showers that worked their way through, even a few storms that showed up with that as they worked their way through the state line ahead of that cold front. Most of our rain chances have diminished now, but we can't rule out the possibility for a sprinkle or two later on here into the evening. Temperatures, though, as I mentioned before, falling pretty quickly. We're all the way back down into the low 60s and even upper 50s for a couple of us here across the state line. Those temperatures quickly falling here into the evening, along with a strong northerly wind. Winds now coming out of the north anywhere from 15 to 20 miles an hour in some spots, gusting even close to 30 miles an hour. And that's what we're looking at the Freeport Park Hills Golf Course. The flag was picked up here just a little bit ago, but we can notice that breeze coming out of there. But we are seeing a little bit of that clearing as we see some of the peaks of blue peeking through those clouds now. SkyTrack camera out there in Freeport is sponsored by Bryden Motors. Those clearing skies will help to bring our temperatures down pretty quickly overnight tonight. We're down into the upper 30s once again. We hold on to those winds, so it will feel a lot cooler even than the 39 degrees that it will be for the overnight low. Tomorrow, temperatures do not get much warmer than they were for the overnight low, only reaching 52 degrees for the high temperature. We do get a little bit of a sunshine that peaks in for the afternoon. Does not help in our temperature department, though, as we continue to hold on to those strong winds out of the north. Here's what we're looking at, those clear skies on Futurecast. Temperatures quickly falling even behind that down into the upper 30s overnight tonight. We're only up into the 50s for tomorrow despite all of that sunshine. And then the following night, that's Friday night into Saturday morning, look at some of these temperatures. They could fall close to freezing. I think this overdoes it just a little bit, but we definitely could see plenty of temperatures into the low 30s, and that could lead to some widespread frost, maybe even a freeze potential into early Saturday morning. Those clear skies continuing, though, through the weekend as we gradually warm up. If we get that freezing temperature, that'll be the first time that we have seen temperatures at or below freezing since April 27th. So it's been a while since we have seen temperatures that have been quite this cool, and we're going to continue to see those statistics kind of ramping up now as we get into the cooler season. Luckily, though, those cool temperatures do not hang around very long. Notice 50s only for a couple of days, back up into the 60s and even low 70s as we trend toward the middle and end of next week. That's pretty similar to what we'd expect to see in September. And that's when we continue to see those temperatures falling, though, as we get later on into the rest of the month. Our average high temperature is down into the 50s by the time we get into the end of the month. 7-day forecast reflecting that as well. Late October weather is what we're expecting here for the early part of the weekend, but we're gradually warming up. Our next rain chances coming for the middle of the week as temperatures, guys, return back into the 70s.
It'll feel good to get back there. Thanks, Jordan.
Reagan's in next with sports. The Ice Hogs finish up preseason hockey ahead of regular season action next week.
And the Bears coaching staff says they're going to need more from Justin Fields and the rest of the offense this weekend.
Now sports with Reagan Holgate.
The Ice Hogs wrap up preseason hockey tonight with one more against the Iowa Wild. The Wild won 2-1 in overtime last night of Game 1, but there was a lot for head coach Anders Sorensen to learn about his team. The chemistry is already starting to show with a couple of lines, but again, it's preseason, and this is a chance especially for the coaches to see what they have to work with come regular season time. There's only a certain number of guys that will carry over into next week, so it'll be important for Sorensen and the rest of his staff to get maximum effort from the guys who are going to see the ice for the first time tonight.
The effort, right? Second effort, third effort, fourth effort, sometimes if needed, right? We want to be hungry. We want to win pucks. We want to win battles. We want to play inside of them, and we do those things. We should be a lot of fun.
The Bears' offensive struggles continue ahead of Week 5 with the Vikings, but there's hope that their receiving corps might get a much-needed boost in Minnesota. N'Keal Harry, who suffered an ankle injury in training camp, has been designated to return from injured reserve. This means he has 3 weeks to join the active roster, but there's no guarantee he plays against the Vikings. The offensive line was already struggling, but now with Cody Whitehair on IR with a knee injury, it would seem those struggles will continue. Justin Fields only has 34 completions through 4 games, and the coaches know that has to improve, but they aren't feeling any concern yet about his ability to do so.
I think he's gotten better each week. I think he's growing tremendously, and it's not easy. We're playing good football teams.
Sometimes you're not going to make the perfect decision every time, and you just got to live by that and just move on to the next play.
I feel like any type of a spark. Just passing the ball down the field can just give confidence to the offense itself.
The Packers are making their trip overseas today, and according to Matt LaFleur, trying to cram a lot into the last 2 days poses a few obstacles in terms of getting everything prepped to face the Giants.
You can never get enough work really on all the different things that you may get, kind of the questions around the quarterback situation and some of the things that they could do from an offensive standpoint are challenging as well.
That's sports. We'll be right back.
Jordan will have a final look at weather in a moment.
First, here's a check of what's to come on News Nation.
Coming up tonight, what does Dr. Anthony Fauci regret? What would he do differently? Plus, a new warning for winter. And Netflix has everyone talking about Jeffrey Dahmer again. Some 30 years later, we're going to talk to the reporter who got him to open up about why he committed his evil crimes. All that and have your say. Pick up the phone and get some Cuomo. Tonight, only on News Nation.
That's all on News Nation, available on the cable and satellite stations you see here. You can also try newsnation.com.
Our temperatures tonight continue to fall behind the cold front that we had early on today. That's when we had those temperatures that were up into the 70s, at least early on, but we're continuing to drop those down. Rain chances diminishing, though, on the First Warn Interactive Radar. From Rockford Auto Glass and more, we're continuing to follow those temperatures into the early part of tomorrow. A freeze potential Friday night into Saturday, but gradually warming back up, even into the 70s by next week.
All right, thanks, Jordan.
And thank you for spending some time with us. Stay safe.